Alright, so my senior research project, oh wait, I'm Tony, I said it. I'm Tony, I'm from Ms. Harvey's 5th period AP Lit class. And so my senior research project was, why do we give up? Why are we so easy to give up and like quit? What's the problem? Can I get audience like to interact? Right? It's easy.
Just the whole idea of like pursuing pleasure and avoiding pain. The fact that it could be painful or challenging.
Nice. Amanda?
No motivation.
Nice. Go ahead, Joe.
Wait, did she just say lack of motivation?
Yeah.
Same.
Ms. Ritchie?
Just not wanting to work hard.
So like work ethic? Is that what you're trying to get at?
Sometimes the goal is so far away that it's hard to keep sight of it, like we don't feel the wins, and so it looks like it feels like we're working for nothing sometimes, or it's so far away.
So I guess the combination of everything, that's what we're talking about, motivation. And like work ethic. And motivation, it affects it. And so here, I looked up the definition. It says the reason or reasons one has for acting or behaving in a particular way. And more importantly, I chose motivation to focus on. And like why people are losing motivation and the effects that it has on people, not just students, but athletes, teenagers, kids, and adults, like in any profession. I said gangs, that one's like directly, you don't need background, like they flash around, because lack of motivation, students are likely to drop out of school, and gangs are there to influence them, to like bring them in, and they're going to show them the love that they might not have at home and that they don't get at school. And the gangs, like, that they take them in and they show them the money, they show them the drugs, they show them the cars. They think this is the lavish life. Rap and hip hop, they also do the same thing, but they don't project it directly. And yesterday, I remember somebody saying that the artists are trying to stop it, but my thing is, how are they going to stop it when they're promoting it? Their lifestyle, like they came out of the neighborhood that was like bad, and now they're living in a life that is like money, and so that's just like influencing like upcoming rappers or anybody to say that if they made it out, why can't you? And social media, well, that's just touching on technology and how we live in a society now that's totally dependent on technology, and like how Mondo's on the iPad showing me the time when I could have a clock, or how I'm showing this presentation on this smartboard.
Damaged petals. On the contrary, we would all celebrate its tenacity. We would all love its will to reach the sun. Well, we are the roses. This is the concrete. These are my damaged petals. Don't ask me why. Ask me how.
Alright, so now my personal story. I don't know if you guys know, but I was born and raised here in Chicago. I've always lived in the South Side, and the South Side is like claimed to be bad because all the violence and everything that's going around it. And from kindergarten to 4th grade, I attended my local grammar school, and there I seen the teachers, honestly, I'm not trying to bash on CPS or anything, but like the teachers weren't motivated and they weren't like willing to help the students. Like they would leave when we would leave, like right away. They wouldn't be willing to stay after school. It wasn't up until my 4th grade that I transferred. I went to a charter school. It was like Noble. There I noticed that how like the environment was so much like vibrant, like it had posters on the wall, it was influencing, they had office hours, they didn't call it that though. Yeah, I really liked it there, and I guess that's why I look back and like when I would go take my travel back home, I noticed how the change in attitude, from, like the atmosphere would be from my school, from my new school, from my charter school to my my grandmahood and neighborhood school, how it would change. Like it would be so vibrant, and then it would be like dark and like gloomy, almost like gray, bland. My neighborhood high school was Kelly High School, and that one's notorious for having like drugs and like gangs and everything. And there, I knew right away that I didn't want to attend there. Like my teachers everywhere, and my parents, my parents were a big motivation. Like they were always there for me. School, I don't know whether you finished, but they like had always pushed that on me that it was a priority, and like with education, I could help myself and I could help all those around me. And also my neighborhood school. I knew I didn't want to go there because it was right there, and I knew it was going to be like my grammar school. So I made the choice of coming to Nova. My interview, can I get 3 people to read it? Mana?
In times of stress, I often find myself trying to sort out whether or not the things that I am stressing about are worth stress.
So I interviewed Maribel Kayla. She attended here, and now she goes to the University of Michigan. I asked her because I wanted to see how Noble and like our school affected her, and how she could carry the skills that she learned from here, and how she's like pushing them and using them now in college. Can I get this comment?
Overall, I just don't want to limit myself to one approach. I like to see things from different viewpoints, or as many viewpoints as possible.
I really like this because she said that she doesn't approach it with one like single solution in mind. She uses her problem-solving skills to find different viewpoints and to get the best solution. And the last one. Okay.
The best advice I can give on keeping focused even with all the constant distractions is to just keep remembering what you want and remembering your end goal.
So my research, I did a research on social. Do you guys remember this video about the kid who was suffering from cancer and how, you guys remember? Zach, and he made a song, Clouds, I think. I chose him because although he was suffering with cancer and like he had all this burden on him, he was still able to make an impact on those around him and those that he loved because he just wanted to see them happy. And like he didn't want his misery to affect them negatively. He always wanted to keep a positive attitude. Mom, since you brought up low self-esteem,
Low self-esteem affects emotions or feelings about themselves or evaluations of themselves.
that low self-esteem ties in with motivation, because I feel that if you lack motivation, your self-esteem and your confidence goes down, and that soon affects your emotions and how you feel, and you're not going to be as open and as confident to speak to other people. So this goes to my how question. How can we create an environment in which we have a positive atmosphere? And so I came to my solution. The first one would be the cliche rule: treat others how you want to be treated. I guess you guys learned that everywhere, that if you put out what you want to be treated, you'll hopefully get the same result. But we know that living in a world today that's not always true. But staying positive and like respecting it, because we don't know what others are going through, would hopefully help their day. Also, this is what I think. People feed off emotions, and like their zest and their grit that they show in, like in class, for example. I like classes that are well interactive and like teachers that are always excited to teach students and like help them out. I know Ms. Harvey, she's like that too. She feeds off our emotions. That's how she gets through class. Also, don't have a set mindset like Maribel. Think positive and have a wide variety of solutions to think for. Compliment others. You don't know how far that goes. Making a person smile can change their whole attitude. See, I see Kevin smiling. And surround yourself around people who make you feel well. You guys could say squad or whoever. I think we as a pride, we make each other feel good.
All right. In know this is coming. This says, I'm so thankful for every Mushin senior who has ever doubted himself or herself. Thank you for sticking with it and believing in us to help see you through. You are now 6 short months away from your goal. Finish strong.
I chose this. I don't know if Mr. Conley knew, but one day right before Thanksgiving break, I stayed after to do a project for AP Lit. And I noticed this, and this one stood out to me because it shows that I don't think we appreciate how much our teachers actually put into us and how invested they are that we're actually moving on and how we're going to take our skills further in life. I'm from